it just shows, I think sometimes it's easy to look at an entrepreneur like yourself, right, who's built companies doing what, somewhere around 15 million a year in combined revenues. And how old are you, Skylar?
36.
36. So 36 years old, has companies doing around $15 million a year that you built completely from scratch. And I think it's easy for people to look, from the outside and be like, that guy's got, more talent than me, more skill than me, and look at you as a reason why they can't produce it sometimes, right? In terms of they're not acknowledging their own greatness, which is, but it just shows the level of detail and work that you've put in. Like this isn't like a talent thing. How much money do you think you've invested into personal growth programs, seminars, coaches in the last, just since we've known each other since 2015, last 7-8 years?
I'm at about 475,000 right now is what I've spent. So almost $100,000 a year so I've dumped in, pulled money out. Sometimes I didn't have this money, right? And I had to borrow money, put it on credit cards. I've dumped. So I calculated it. Last year we spent about 100 and some, or this year, 2022, I hired one of the top facilitator coaches in the industry to work with me to help us develop a new event. And so, we've spent a ton of money. And it's funny, some people have a hard time even spending $1,000 going to a personal development event, or a couple grand. And so it's investing in yourself. And back to your point about putting in the work. So right now, my son Jeremiah, he's 7. When he started playing basketball, he wasn't very good. So Jeremiah goes out every single day for 30 minutes, sometimes an hour, and he just shoots hoops in our basketball hoop. He'll just shoot. And he just wants to get better at it, and he loves it. And so he's just refining his skill. He's really freaking good. They won championships last year. And he's 7 years old, and so we have to really develop our skill sets too. I think it's not it is. There's a little bit of talent, but most of the time, talent's always trumped by people that are willing to put in the work ethic and put in the work. So I'm willing to go work out daily to be consistent, right? I'm willing to go spend time reading books so I can develop my skill sets that I need to develop. I'm willing to put in the work on myself. So I can level it, because the more I level up, the more everything around me levels up. The more I become a better husband, my marriage improves. If I level my skill sets around finance, my business improves. I'm always working on myself. I think, to your point, whether it's spending money, whether it's just spending time reading books, whether it's having coaches, I'm working on my freaking self every day, because that's the way I know. I'm the limit to the success that's possible in my life. It's 100% on me. It's not the economy. It's not my businesses. It's not my employees. There's probably people on this call thinking, man, I have the wrong employees. You have the wrong employees because you're the problem. You are the problem. You would have better employees if you were more leveled up. We're always the problem. And so 100% responsibility I want to take for things in my life. So if my business is struggling, it's because of me. Maybe I didn't learn a skill set that I could have learned. Maybe I wasn't looking around the corner for problems that were happening in my business. So it's all us, dude. And that's the way I live life and kind of operate my companies. I'm 100% responsible. And if I am, I'm going to make sure that I put in the work necessary to create success. If I'm ultimately responsible for the success in my life, not the economy, which we're going to see a downturn, I'm assuming next year, more. And again, I'm not going to be at the bottom. I want to be at the top. So I'm doing all the prep work necessary to be successful next year.
If you enjoyed this short clip from the podcast, you can check out another short clip right here. Or if you want to watch the full episode of this podcast, you can watch that here. And remember, knowledge is not power. It's applied knowledge that's power. Take care. Have a great rest of your day.